Hi everyone, I've had a few questions and so I thought I'd go ahead and do a little video answer on the question that I received on our Facebook group, and it's about using the edge sewing foot and the edge sewing guide. So if you look on the screen here, I'm on my sewing screen and there's a little icon in the lower right hand corner that looks like a piece of paper. You see the needle and a little straight stitch. We're going to touch that icon, and as soon as we do that, it's going to tell us to attach the vertical stitch alignment foot and the edge sewing sheet. And it also tells you to do not put the fabric on the needle plate. So let me just show you. Here is the edge sewing sheet. It comes on a little piece of paper, little clear film of paper, and then here is our V foot. So these are the two things that we're going to use by doing this little trick. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to place my presser foot down, and we're going to put the sewing sheet, the edge sewing sheet on. So let's take it off of the clear plastic, and we're just going to move it over to where the needle and the plate is. So you'll notice that this little guide has a straight line here and a straight line here. Those lines are going to line up with the edge of the bobbin case cover here and here. And then you'll notice that this little guide also comes straight across, and then it comes straight up. We're going to line up this corner right here on the plate, and it's going to just stretch straight across here. So it's going to be right in front of the feed dogs. So we'll line that up. And once we have it aligned, then you'll just want to go ahead and give it a press with your hand. Make sure you have it nice and stuck down. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put on our V foot. Okay, so once I have that placed on, I'm going to go ahead and look on my screen, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to choose the OK icon. And once it does that, you're going to notice that your screen is going to say recognizing. So now you'll see that the camera has popped on and it has recognized the foot and the edge sewing sheet. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how that this is going to help us sew an accurate 1/4 inch along the curve. So I've taken some stabilizer and I've just cut it and have given it a little curve. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slip it up underneath the presser foot. And once I do that, I'm going to see the edge of this in the camera screen. So I'm going to let you watch the camera screen while I'm physically placing this underneath the needle. So you see nothing under there right now. I'm going to go ahead and slip my piece of stabilizer up there. So you'll notice now you see the white stabilizer. Here's a red line. As I move that left and right, that red line is going to move. And you'll notice that there's also some numbers on the screen. So I'm going to move my stabilizer to the left until I see 6.5. That's going to give me a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'll just want to, as soon as I see that 6.5 1/4 inch, then I'll want to lower that presser foot, and that'll lock in that seam allowance amount. Okay, so now you'll notice that it's all lined up accurately and you see the 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now we're going to go ahead and go over to the machine and we're going to stitch. Okay, so now we've gotten too close to the end of our stabilizer that I had cut. So you'll notice on the screen, it gives you a little message. It says that the fabric edge is not recognized at this point because we've gotten to the end. And where this little technique is pretty neat to use is when you're doing possibly a hem that's continually going to go round and round. So I would most likely have my free arm, using the free arm, so I wouldn't have my accessory compartment or my embroidery unit on. That way the fabric could go round and round, and then it would be able to continue to see that fabric and you wouldn't get this message. But just because I'm doing a little demo, I'm using that piece of fabric, that stabilizer, that's going to stop. So I'm going to go ahead and touch close, and then I'll touch close on the screen, and let's take a look at what we've done. So using our edge sewing guide along with that feature on our machine, it's kept a straight stitch at 1/4 of an inch seam allowance all the way along, even in the curves that we have cut here. So it's just really a different little feature that you can use. You can think of what you might want to use it for and have a little fun with that. Okay, until next time, have some sewing fun.